Hi everyone, this is Jared, AC7WH, Backyard Ham Radio. I finally got the cross antenna out again and I'm planning to try seeing what I can do with it. And I've got my typical setup here. We're going to see how things go. Although now I've got some plants here on the deck, and so I'm working around those, trying not to fry any of them. So we'll see how it all goes here. But that is that typical cross antenna that you've probably seen in my other videos, with my coax here and the current Un by Palomar Engineers. All right, well, it's a beautiful warm day. Let's see how it goes. All right, everyone, we're inside now, and I'm going to go ahead and try some tuning here. So if we take a look here, we're at 15 watts. I've got upper sideband going on, and we're going to see how things go with the tuning using that 17 meter antenna. So we're trying at 181575. Let's see what we've got. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? This is Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Is the frequency in use? Over. Notice how the SWR is high, so the power has been limited to only about 8 watts or so. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? This is Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Is the frequency in use? Over. This is Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Tuning. All right, let's see what we've got here. So I'm going to switch this to RTTY, which is what the tuner likes. All right, let's see what we got. And just like that, I'm at a 1.02 to 1 SWR, and the peak power is right at 15 watts now. Awesome. My LA1K amplifier, though it's in standby mode right now, shows an SWR of 1.1 to 1. So let's go ahead and go back to upper sideband. All right, I thought I heard somebody on the band, so let's, in fact, I know I did. Let's see what we've got in here. Oops, some kind of interference is going on. There's something happening. All right, let's go ahead and try calling CQ and just see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and turn the power up. Let's try 35 watts. We're going to go off of standby. Let's see what we've got here. All right, here we go. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, CQ, CQ. SWR is great. My amplifier says 1.0 to 1 now, and it says 1.01 to 1 on the tuner. Let's try that again. Power peak is showing 780. And again, just with that cross antenna, not too bad. All right, here goes. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, CQ, CQ. So running somewhere around 800 watts, give or take. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, CQ, CQ. Again, pretty close to 800 watts, give or take. In fact, I'm going to turn this down just slightly. Let's go down to 33 watts of input drive from the FTDX10 into the LA1K. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, CQ, CQ. So yeah, pretty close to 800 watts for the peak at 33 watts input. Maybe I should give everybody more of a chance to hear me. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, CQ, CQ. Nothing yet. Let's try again. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, CQ, CQ. I can see quite a bit coming up here on my waterfall display, so maybe somebody will jump on. Otherwise, I might try to find one of those. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, CQ, CQ. It's nice. You may have seen in previous videos how I use battery power to power everything except the amplifier. So I could still, go 100 watts and use the tuner, just not the amplifier if there was a power outage. So I appreciate that. And as you know, I do this as a portable backyard setup. All right, I'm going to try CQ again, then I'm going to see if I can reach somebody here. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, CQ, CQ. All right, I think I'm going to go clear from the frequency, and let's just see if I can hear anybody else. Whoop. Something's going on there. I have a feeling that's like some LED lights. Maybe somebody's tuning up. All right, just in case, let's try again. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel calling CQ, CQ, CQ. SWR is holding out nicely at almost a perfect, so to speak, 1.0 to 1. So about 1.02 or 1.0 flat to a 1. Not too bad. All right, I'm going to call clear from the frequency. I'll see if I can reach somebody else, and then I think we'll end the video for this point. This is Alpha Charlie 7 Whiskey Hotel. Clear from the frequency. Alright, let's see if I can tune somebody else up here. Definitely hearing somebody. Pretty staticky. Not getting much of an S meter reading, although I don't have any of the amps on for the receiving amp. Let's just see how digital noise reduction does.
General surgeon and former in the military as well, but is still working as in my private practice.
I can adjust
Surgeon here.
the digital noise reduction.
What do you do for living, Uber? I worked in a hardware store warehouse for 42 years. I was maintenance man, but I drove all the forklifts and did all the loading trailers, unloading trailers in a large warehouse.
Okay, that's 18,120. I'm going to make a note of that. The band is dropping out, at least for them. Yeah, very faint. Okay, let me just try tuning there. Let's see what I can get. So I'm going to tune off frequency a little bit and reduce my power. So we're going to go up to 123, 18,123 with lower power. This is AC7WH tuning. A lot of people don't remember that according to the FCC regulations, you're supposed to announce yourself when you're doing any transmission, so that's what I did. Okay, let's go to RTTY. Alright, let's see if this will tune up real quick. .05 to 1. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and go back to upper sideband. Let's increase the power again to 33 for the drive, and let's go off of standby into operate on the amp. And let's see what we've got here for 18,120. I don't know if you can hear that very well, but take a listen.
Yes, I'll have to say goodbye then, because as I told you, it's almost 11 p.m. here, and tomorrow is Monday. I'll have surgery early in the morning, so...
All right, well, we'll see if one of them does a CQ or QRZ or something, and then I'll probably try to jump in, but otherwise I think that'll be it for my video.
And anyway, congratulations again for your setup. You're having really strong and clear modulation here in San Salvador. Thank you very much.
I turned down that noise reduction processing just so it sounds a little less distorted.
very good. No problem there, Hill. Well, I'm going to work a few more and then go up and watch some TV with your wife. We have off on Monday. It's a holiday here on Monday. So tomorrow I'll still have off one more day. And get to play radio some more. And I'm planting some flowers in the flower bed. Some canna lilies. And the grass is cut. I cut it before it's been raining. So the grass is going to grow a lot because of all the rain. My yard is 1/2 acre.
Well, it looks like they're still having fun chatting. I don't blame them. I like to chat when I have my conversations on the air. That's why I like the 17 meter, 18 megahertz band. I would much rather have a regular conversation than a just quick in and out, quick contact type of thing. But let's just see if they come back, and if they're not back in a moment, then I think I'll call it for the video because I've got some things to do too.
Love to hear all the stations from South America, especially San Paulo. Take care. Roger, Daddy. Thank you very much for the nice QSO. And next time you hear from me, please come to say hello, and I'll do the same if I hear your call. And 73 is a good DX. And have a nice holiday tomorrow. You're lucky. I'll have a work Monday tomorrow. Work Monday. That's 73 is Daddy. November 3 Hotel Kilo X-Ray. Papa Radio 2 Whiskey. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Any other DX? Just DX.
Now they're looking for DX. Okay, well, that's where I'll end my video. So thank you everyone for taking a listen with me. This is Jared, AC7WH and 73.